Welcome to your session this morning. Pop yourself on mute if you haven't already. And let's get those sit bones on the floor, moving however you need to move. Find and feel that connection with the ground. And then let's roll shoulders. So moving them maybe up and back and down and round and forwards. And then again. Big circles with the shoulders. And then reverse the direction. So if you were going one way, go the other way. And slowly, slow that right down. Complete slow motion in that movement now. Oh, and come to a stop there. Pushing into your knees with your hands, twisting your right shoulder round and down and forwards. Not a big movement, just a little bit of movement in the spine, and then the left shoulder coming forwards and down. Using your knees here, using your hands, so nice big pushing, waking up the arms, dipping alternate shoulders forwards and down. A little bit of twist in the spine, just opening up the chest, and then we're going to open the arms out to the sides, big, wide, open arms. Squeezing your shoulder blades together, so make that a strong movement from your shoulders. And then bringing your arms around, give yourself a hug. So then we're curling in, sending the mid back out. Opening up again, this time we're going to look up, taking your shoulder blades together, taking the back of your head to the top of your back, sending your chin up towards the ceiling. Think about lifting your sternum a little as well here, so we're opening up in the chest as much as possible. And then bringing your chin back, bringing your head back, bringing your arms round, taking your chin to your chest and your arms round, giving yourself a big hug. So that chin stretch and neck stretch incorporated in to a hug. And then coming up to sitting. Taking your arms out wide, we're going to take the right hand forwards, left hand back. A little bit of just a spin round. And then over to the other side. Right arm comes back, left arm comes forward. Look at the leading arm, so look left to turn around, so your left hand is behind you. And then come to look at your right hand as your right hand leads to the back. Left hand forwards. And then coming back. Keeping your arms up and out to the sides, tiny little circles. Doesn't matter which way around you're going, just making those circles and then drawing them ever bigger and bigger with each circle. Just noticing any clicks and creaks and funny noises in your shoulders. If you've got any big circles now, taking your arm up, overhead and down in front of you, and then touching the floor. And again, and move your ribs as well. We're going to do some breath work after this, so we're making some space first. And then stop here, and let's reverse. So we start off again with those big, 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 big circles. Huge, big as you can. Wide, and noticing how you're feeling in your elbows, in your shoulders. Starting to make the circles a little smaller. In the other direction, my right shoulder was doing some good clicks, and in this direction, my left shoulder obviously was feeling left out. So. And smaller and smaller. Coming in. smaller and smaller, almost no movement at all. And bring your hands into your lap, chin to chest, rolling forward, taking your forehead down to the floor, stretching out the whole of your back, allowing your shoulders to relax, and then coming back up to sitting. Either change the cross of your legs or send your legs out to the sides, come to kneeling, just change your position just a little somehow. We're going to do a little bit of breath work. So arms long but relaxed and soft. Use your knees or your lap to support your hands. You could have your palms facing upwards, and you can bring in a mudra if you wish. A nice one is Jnana Mudra, just bringing your first finger and your thumb together to gently touch and then drawing that touch point back towards your palms. And keeping your hands facing upwards. So this is about knowledge and learning and wisdom. And then making sure that you are long in your spine, but relaxed. So we want to have soft up here. Make sure you have length in the front of your body. And we're going to start, so inhaling through your nostrils and exhaling through your mouth. Open your shoulder blades. Notice how clear or unclear your passages are. You're breathing. And let's breathe together. So exhale, inhaling through your nostrils. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Carry on at your own pace. Think about lengthening the out breath. Close your eyes if that works for you. Think about filling up fully with each breath as much as you possibly can. And find your sankalpa, your intention for yourself, for your practice for today. So just releasing off now into that softness of breath, coming into tabletop position. So we're going to turn to the side. Knees coming under. So knees under your hips, wrists are under your shoulders. And you're going to push the floor away. So when you push the floor away, notice your mid-back raising up a little towards the ceiling, maybe some more length in your spine. Tuck your toes under. And let's push back. So making your arms strong to push back and resisting a little with your legs until you come all the way back as far as you can go, stretching out the soles of your feet. Arms are straight. And your back is probably slightly rounded. And then let's come off those toes and pushing with the legs now, resisting a little with your arms coming forward, feeling that pressure change. So you're feeling the underneath of your knuckles pressing into the floor. If you look down at your wrists, you'll see that join, maybe a different color. And feeling that pressure, feeling that strength in your wrists, and then pushing back. Push back with your arms, resist with your legs. And this time, when you come all the way back, lift your knees off if that works for you. So we're lifting your knees off, pushing the toes flat into the mat, trying to get all the toes onto the mat. So even the pinky toes, and your big toes, stretching out long under the arms, and then taking your knees to the mat. One more time, going over and then coming back to center. Release your toes, come into cat-cow, Chakrabakasana. So do it with your head, belly down towards the mat. In, chin to chest, hips to head, to the top of your back. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling, moving with the breath. Either joining me or going at your own pace. Inhaling. Exhale. One more round. Inhale. And exhale. Taking your knees wide. So knees to the outer edges of your mat. Big toes together and pushing yourself back into Balasana, stretching forward, bringing your belly and chest down towards the mat, reaching your hands away from you. So maybe even walking your fingertips a little further away, feeling that stretch in the tops of your shoulders, your biceps, and then bringing your forehead down to the mat. Relax your head and neck. Remembering to breathe. We'll hold here for 3 rounds of breath. Allowing your hips to soften, letting go of any tension in the soles of your feet. Feeling that your neck and your jaw are relaxed. And trying to soften across the tops of your shoulders as well. Not quite as easy to do. And then looking forward, drawing your hands all the way back, coming up, sitting, bringing your feet together, coming into Baddha Konasana. So bringing your soles of your feet together. Let's get those hips warmed up a little. Done quite a lot for the head, neck, chest, arms, legs. Let's have a little warm up for hips. So gently rocking backwards and forwards. Nice slow movement, rolling and coming back. And feeling that pressure in the stretch as you lean forwards. And then gently easing off. And maybe next time you come forward, coming forwards a little deeper. Each movement slow and gentle, and noticing where you've got any bits that feel a little stuck. Maybe you've got a tight IT band, or you've got a little bit of restriction in the hips, groin. Gently going with it and coming back. And then let's come into taking the right leg out, left leg in. So right leg comes out to the side, left leg stays tucked in. Sliding down the right hand, right leg, bringing your left arm up and coming into a nice, easy side bend. Why did I say easy? It's not feeling very easy today. There's a lot of stretch happening in the left side, reaching the fingertips up, keeping that left knee down, both sit bones on the mat, and allowing your right hand or arm to rest on your right leg. And breathe. And we're going to be coming out in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up and out. And allowing all of that stretch to just sort of nicely snuggle back in. And we'll swap legs. So right leg in, left leg out. Ouch. Left leg ouch. And again, up tall, so crown of the head up towards the ceiling before we start. And left leg and left arm go for a little bit of movement over to the side. And right arm comes up. So lifting that right arm up towards the ceiling. And breathe. Soften through your toes and the soles of your feet. Sometimes you can hold on a little there. Try and let go. And if it becomes uncomfortable and you're feeling uncomfortable in your hip flexor, just bring that angle in a little. So we're looking not to stress out the hip flexors too much here, but we're looking for that nice stretch on the open side. And you'll probably feel it around the back of your glutes, into your hip. So 5, 4, remembering to breathe, 3, 2, and 1, and then coming back up to sitting. So come up to sitting and into your squat. So straight into a squat position. And let's settle here for a moment. Do a few rounds of breath, focusing on your breath, and finding your comfortable squat position, whatever that might be. The version where you feel the most balanced, the most at ease. And that might be up on toes, maybe fingertips to the floor, or maybe feet flat to the floor, or maybe you're moving between them. Very good position to practice every day. And from here, we're going to be tilting forward and coming up to standing. So I'm going to turn sideways. So hands down, lift your hips up, keep your torso pinned to your thighs. So only come up as far as you can. Keep that connection. And then release, straightening your legs. And rolling slowly up to standing. Come to the top of your mat. So we are cultivating some joy this morning. And we're going to start with a few rounds of a sort of sun salutation. So standing here, find your comfort, adjust what you need to adjust. And let's do a little bit of a back bend to counter pose. So looking up, reaching up, and then sending your hands back beyond the midline. Keeping strong in your back, in your core, coming back to center and bringing your arms down. So feet close together, maybe just under your hips, standing tall, facing forwards. And we're going to inhale up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, looking up and forwards. Exhale, stepping feet back, coming into plank. Knees to the mat, chest and chin to the mat. Release your feet out behind you, coming up into cobra, tucking your toes under, sending your hips up into downward facing dog, and stepping in to the right position for you. You hold here for 5 rounds of breath. Lengthen through the backs of your legs. Push the floor away with your arms. Relax your head and your neck. Ease off any tension in your jaw. Gently pulling your belly button towards your spine. Looking forwards. Stepping back. Come into that fold. And then inhaling to come all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart center in Namaste Mudra. Releasing your hands out to the side. Inhaling up. Exhaling, folding all the way. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling, stepping back into plank. Inhaling, knees, chest and chin to the mat. Coming up into cobra. Exhaling, tucking toes under, sending your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Setting yourself up to be in your most comfortable version of downward facing dog. And remembering to breathe your 5 breaths. Shoulders are strong and wide, and you're pushing back towards those heels, coming to the mat. Looking forwards, stepping your feet forwards, folding forwards, inhaling to come all the way up, exhaling, hands to heart center, releasing your hands out to the side. We'll do another 2 rounds or 1 round. When you step back, the first time, use your right leg first and then your left. And then when you step forward, bring your right foot forward first, then your left, unless you want to jump back and jump forward. That's completely up to you. And then the next time we'll lead with the left leg. So shoulders are wide and open, send your sternum up and forwards. Inhaling up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step back, right leg leads. Knees, chest and chin to the mat, swooping up, coming into Bhujangasana, tucking your toes under, sending your hips up towards the ceiling. And we pause here for a little bit of shorter time than before. So make sure you have your alignment sorted to get quickly and efficiently into the most perfect version of this for you for today. And then looking forward, stepping forwards, folding forwards, inhaling all the way up, exhaling, hands to heart center. Arms are open, palms facing forward, and we go again. Inhaling up, exhale, fold, inhale, halfway up, leading with your left leg, coming into plank, knees, chest and chin to the mat, scooping up, tucking your toes, coming into downward facing dog. And again, giving yourself space. For your head and neck to be completely at ease. Space in your spine. Space under your arms and in your elbows and your wrists. And then looking forward, stepping your left foot forward, then your right, folding head towards your knees, and then inhaling all the way up, exhaling to heart center. Well done. Here we are, we're going to come back a little. If you've got the space, come back to the middle of your mat. We're going to come into chair posture. So we're taking the arms backwards, forwards, and sitting back in that imaginary chair. Think about making space in your elbows here, lengthening fingers up towards the ceiling, taking your fingers a little away from each other perhaps. Bringing your belly button towards your spine. Thighs are so strong here. Dropping your weight down evenly into your feet and evenly between right and left. And then folding forward, bringing your hands all the way down towards the mat. Taking your hands in a clasp behind your legs. So holding on to your right hand with your left perhaps, and bringing your feet in towards each other. So your feet are touching, big toes just squishing up towards each other. Ankles, heels together. Neck and head at ease. And if you want to challenge yourself a little, you can close your eyes. And slowly, slowly starting to take your hands towards the floor, not loosening that grip. Keeping long in your back, so slightly lifting your sternum away from your pelvis. We're not rounding in the back here, but we're just allowing gravity to help us move the torso closer and closer towards your thighs. Still gazing either at your toes or just beyond. Long in your back. So we're not rounding the back here at all. We are just trying to stretch out the backs of the legs again. Picking on the backs of the legs today and every day. And slowly taking those hands down towards the mat. Tiny little bend in the knees. Well done. And then releasing and coming up with a nice flat back if you can. So lifting up again, using the strength in your legs to bring yourself back up to standing. Well done. Taking the legs a little wide. Taking the right toes to the narrow end of your mat. And then turning your left foot in a little so you can swivel your hips to face forwards. So hips are in line with the narrow end of your mat. Right toes pointing towards the narrow end of your mat. Shoulders are wide, sternum is lifted, hips are relaxed. Put your hands on your hips if they're not already, just to check that they are lined up with the narrow end of your mat. And that you're not dropping one hip down and lifting the other one up. It's just much easier to tell when you've got your hands on your hips. And then we're going to bend that front leg, taking the arms up, exhaling to come into our warrior one, allowing that back foot to stretch out, back leg to stretch out, and maybe that heel has come off the ground now. Your front foot to make sure that you are putting some weight into your heel as well as the pads of your feet. Pad, just one pad of your foot. Lift your sternum, long in the neck, lift the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Bring that left hip down and forwards if it's twisted outwards. Strong in the legs here. Breathe. Remember to keep breathing. And we're going to swoop around to the other side. So taking your arms down, straightening the legs, coming to face forwards, and then going over to the other side. And dropping down, hips down towards the mat. Long in that back leg. Stretch so you can feel your calf muscles. And then lifting your sternum away from your pelvis. Arms are parallel. Shoulders are wide though. So you're not touching your arms to your head. Check that your pelvis is aligned with the narrow end of your mat. Remember to breathe, lift your chin a little. Find that space in the front of your body. Strong legs, well done. And then coming up to standing, keeping your arms out wide. And a little bit of a swan dive down into Prasarita Padottanasana. Taking your hands to your feet, so right hand, right foot, left hand, left foot, and lengthening through the head and neck. Closing your eyes and taking a breath here. Or taking a few breaths here. Well done. So uncurling to come up to standing. Let your arms be relaxed and heavy and just follow you up. And then let's take the right foot out to the side, but we're going to leave the hips aligned with the long end of the mat. So right toes facing the narrow end. If you've guessed that we're coming into Warrior Two, then well done, you guessed right. Arms are out to the sides, shoulders strong and long and wide and relaxed. And then take your chin over to your right shoulder. Nice firm turn with the head. And then we're going to bend that right knee and send the right fingertips over to the right side. So we're reaching over to the right, but not tipping or tilting. And then see if you've got a bit more space in the hips to maybe walk that back leg out. So you can sink a little lower. And hold there, hold in that position. Keep breathing, make sure that you're breathing nice and slow and deep. Well done, stay there. Strong in your warrior. Nice warrior position. And then coming up, straightening that right leg. Keep your arms out and turn your toes. So we're turning our left leg, left foot facing the left side, right foot tucking in a little, maybe a 3/4 turn, and your chin over your left shoulder. And then we're going to drop down, taking the hips down towards the ground. Change the distance between your legs if you need to. So feel like a warrior, feel strong. Know that you're going to take that strength into your day, into your week. Maybe bring to mind your sankalpa, your intention for yourself. What is your intention for yourself? So important. Nice and strong here. Strong legs, strong core, strong arms. And then coming back to center. Taking your hands to your hips this time, folding forward just halfway. So halfway fold, head and neck in line. A little bit of a bend in the knee. Well, both knees would be good. Well done. And then coming all the way back up. Let's come into a little bit of balance posture, seeing as we've been warming the legs up nicely. So shimmy in, bring yourself back to center. And we are going to come into tree pose, Vrikshasana. So if you are on carpet and mat, that could be a little tricky. Up to you if you want to challenge yourself. We're going to start with standing into the left leg. Left leg is strong. That's your standing leg. Bringing the right foot to the side so that you can press your heel into spleen point on your just above your ankle, and that right knee coming out to the side. So that's where you will feel it in your glutes, maybe feel it in your hip. Try to keep your body straight, facing forward, and it's just that right leg that's doing the little flick out to the side. Give yourself some length in your torso, open your shoulders out, and you can take your hands gently to the side. Remember to breathe, and then either staying here and continually working on getting that knee opening out to the side, or sliding your foot up. And the other thing you can do if you're in your home and you've got a piece of furniture handy, you can keep it there so that you can just touch onto it if you're feeling wobbly. If this feels terribly easy, you can close your eyes and try to maintain your balance with your eyes closed. So we're not pressing the foot into the lower leg, and we haven't got the foot on the inside of the knee. Ooh, I'm talking about balance there. Find a fixed spot on the ground to stare at. And then either staying here or coming back down to the first position, or bringing your foot up a little higher, whatever works for you. Remembering to breathe. Arms are up to the sides for balance, and leaving them there or bringing them up above. Bringing your pointer fingers together and wrapping the other fingers around each other. Standing up tall. Standing leg starting to complain a bit perhaps. Taking that right knee out to the side a little more if you can, while still keeping your balance. And then releasing your arms, bringing them all the way back down. Take hold of your right leg and bring it into your chest. So that forward left leg still going, nice and strong. Well done, leg. Bringing that right thigh and knee into your chest, using your arms, nice and strong. Come back if you've come out. And then we're going to take that right leg forwards. Whoop. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the right leg down. Poor old left leg. Well done, left leg. Give it a little bit of a kick and a flick. Get that circulation going again. And then find your balance spot on your right leg. It does make a difference how you've set yourself up. Think about the sole of your foot. Feel how you can get as much of the sole of your right foot on the floor as possible. Just maybe opening up under your toes a little and making sure that you're not rolling in or rolling out or being too much forwards or too much backwards. Right in the middle. Feel like your weight is dropping down through the middle of your foot. Enough chat, Kate. Come on then. Let's do this. So left foot now, doing its thing, doing its tree thing. And that left knee coming out to the side. And then watch out for doing weird things with your hips. So when you have that left leg coming out to the side, You might want to throw the right hip out, bring it back in, stay level, hips are level with your shoulders. It's just that left knee that's doing something different here. And then taking your hands to face forwards. That opens your chest up a little, hopefully. And think about pushing your heel into that spleen point. Your spleen is all about your immune system and your white blood cells. So good to give that a little bit of a gentle wake up. If you feel nothing standing here, think about taking that left knee out to the side a little more, and you'll soon start to feel that you're doing something in the back of that leg. And then let's slide up or stay here, your choice. And remember, we're not against the knee. There's a nice little shape in the calf that fits beautifully with the heel and the arch and the pad of your foot. And again, watch for not throwing your hips out to the sides too much and keeping your spine long and the crown of your head lifted. Try not to wobble here. And then if you feel like moving up, move up. If you feel like moving back down, move back down or stay here. So I am going to try moving up. Let's see what happens there. When you move your foot up to the thigh, make sure that the thigh of your standing leg is completely engaged. Think about being a tree trunk. And then let's take the arms up if that's comfortable for you. Pointer fingers together, clasping the other fingers around each other. Thumbs are together. Lengthen the front of your body, lifting your sternum. Breathing. How does the sole of that right foot feel? Are you making lots and lots of little micro adjustments all the time to keep your balance? Well done. And breathing, taking that left knee out to the side, standing leg is very strong. Squeeze all the muscles in that thigh. And then releasing your hands out to the sides. Nice and slow and controlled. Bringing your hands round to find that left thigh and knee and bringing it into your chest. Oops, well done. Bring it right in, squeeze, nice big compression in the groin there, and then extending the left leg out and forwards, holding it out, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly back down, kick and shake. You can shake your right leg. Well done. Taking the legs wide, back into our Prasarita Padottanasana. And we're just going to do a very simple little side bend. So taking your hands quite low, right hand to right leg, coming over into a very gentle side bend, triangle-ish. Think about opening up on the left, reaching your fingertips up towards the ceiling and squeezing on the right side. And then lifting up. Let's go to the other side. Think about lifting your pelvic floor, all those muscles there, engaged, lifting, squeezing, opening up on the right, squeezing on the left, and then coming back to center, walking the legs in, shimmy, 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 and then we're coming into a squat. So slowly coming back down to the ground, curling yourself into a little ball. And then coming down to sitting on the mat, however works for you. Sitting cross-legged just for a moment here, closing your eyes, putting your hands on your knees, maybe bringing that Jnana Mudra back again. Closing your eyes. I think I just said that. Inhaling through your nostrils. Exhaling through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And we're coming into boat pose. So giving yourself some space. Making sure that you're in the right position to be coming down to lying on the mat shortly. Lifting your feet off the mat. Balancing. And then lifting your feet a little higher, taking your hands to the sides and extending your legs out. And then bringing your knees back in. Give yourself a hug, take your forehead to your knees, well done. And then let's come down to lying on the mat. Come down however works for you. Let's start with bringing knees into the chest and a big rock from side to side. So hold your right knee with your right hand, your left knee with your left hand. Big toes touching together, but the rest of your legs having their own space. And we're going to rock over to the right and then over to the left. So big, slow movement, right to left. Maybe not all the way down to the ground, although yes, go ahead and do that if you wish. Moving across the hips, getting a really nice massage there, your own body weight against the floor, against the mat, and then coming back to center. Taking your feet up. So as if you were putting the soles of your feet flat onto the ceiling, so slightly pulling your toes back towards your face. And we're going to bring the right knee towards the chin, right thigh to the torso. Wrap your arms around either on your shin or maybe behind the thigh, but just bring it firmly into the chest. You've got a really good compression there in the groin on the right side. And then left leg, we're going to take it slowly down towards the ground. Nice slow movement, leading with your heel. Slowly, slowly. Well done. Try to relax your shoulders if you can, while still keeping good squeeze on that right thigh and knee. Foot almost to the ground, and then we're coming back up again. So using your core, using your pelvis. Trying to relax your neck and your head. Coming all the way back up to the ceiling. And then we'll swap. So bringing that left knee in, transfer the hold, and take your right leg up towards the ceiling. Toes tipping back slightly towards your face. Leg is long. And then we're taking the left leg, the right leg down towards the ground. This is our last but one asana. Then we'll be coming into a short relaxation. Heel, leading with the heel. That right leg's long. Left leg pulled in. Pull it firmly into your chest. And right leg almost down to the floor and then starting to come slowly back up again. Nice slow progress. All the way up. And then releasing your left leg up. Legs both up towards the ceiling. And then bending your knees. Bringing your arms out into a T. Let's finish with our final spinal twist. Knees over to the right side. Shoulders staying on the mat. And bringing your gaze over to the left. Getting as much of a twist in your spine as you can. So think about bringing your left ear to the mat. Pressing your hands into the floor. And allowing the weight of your legs to gently twist. Right from the base of your spine. All the way up to the top. And then bringing your head back to center. Bringing your knees back, skimming across all the way to the other side, over to the left. Watch out for that right shoulder and then gaze, head turning over to the right. And bringing your right ear down to the mat. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck, relax your jaw. And bringing your head back to center now, bringing your knees back. Give yourself a hug. Well done. A little bit of a rock from side to side. Big hug. Bring your forehead up to your knees if you wish. And then bringing yourself into Shavasana. So stretching yourself out, taking up space. Take up some room here. Take your fingers away from your shoulders and drop your arms down. Same with your feet. Take your heels away from your hips. And take the crown of your head away from the rest of your body. Relax completely. Allow everything to soften and ease and find its comfortable position on the mat. Close your eyes softly and breathe. Do 3 rounds of conscious, steady, deep, complete breaths. With each breath, sinking a little deeper into that state of complete calm, relaxation, softness, and ease. Breathing in, filling up with light and warmth and possibility. And whatever it is that you need or want more of in your life. And with every out breath, feeling an expansiveness in the body, a sense of letting go, softness and ease, a comfort, a sense of being together, mind, body, and spirit, all in one place, right here, right now. Completely relaxing into the floor, into your mat. Relaxing your entire body, starting with your feet and your hands, and moving up your legs, up your arms, to your torso, to your belly, your chest, your spine, to the sides of your body. Softening, relaxing, easing, letting go. Sending your breath to any areas that feel like they need a little extra attention. Breathing in, sending that relaxation and ease to your head, neck and face, the crown of your head. Taking a breath in, filling up with light and warmth and peace and calm. And on the exhale, letting go, completely emptying, making space, putting down anything you're carrying that you no longer need to carry. And when you're ready, eyes closed, keeping that space, maintaining that connection with yourself, coming to lie on your right side, gently curled round, spine softly rounded, legs bent, an ease and a softness. And when you're ready, coming up to sitting. Bringing your hands to heart center. And gently dropping your forehead towards your fingertips, chin in towards your chest. Taking a deep breath in. On the out breath, softly, gently, if it's appropriate for you right now, just opening your eyes, gazing at your fingertips. And then taking a breath. On the exhale, gently, slowly, with control, strength, bringing your head up to center. And namaste. Thank you for joining me on the mat. Thank you for joining yourself, mind, body, and spirit, all in one lovely package. And yeah, I hope you take all that calm and peace into your